Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to talk about the 7 do's and don'ts of CPF Life. And these are very powerful CPF Life hack that I would like to share with everybody because CPF Life is one of the most powerful retirement income every Singaporean and PR would have. And it's important for us to know what can you do to boost up your CPF Life because this might be your only or main source of your retirement income. So let me give you all this secret that I've kept with myself for many years. So these are 7 important money-making hacks of CPF Life. And I think many Singaporeans are not very familiar what CPF Life is, let alone how to make money out of it. So today I'm going to give you this secret, and it is very important you watch till the end because I'm going to give you an important announcement right at the end of the video. So first of all, let me explain what CPF Life is. So CPF Life, it's a national annuity. So annuity is basically you putting up a sum of money to a financial institution, a bank or insurance company, and they will invest the money for you. And when you reach your retirement age, basically start paying you income all the way for your retirement life. And in the private sector, they do have annuity as well. But in the CPF case, they guarantee it for life. That means it will give you payout all the way until you die. So this is very important because this feature is seldom seen in the private sector. And something that very few people know is that your capital is always guaranteed in the CPF Life case. And we'll talk about the interest later. So this one, it's a longevity protection. And this is something that is very important. That means that you can live as long as you want. You will never run out of money. So your CPF Life really starts at 55 years old when your retirement account is set up and your special account is closed down. So what the CPF board will do is that they'll push a sum of money called the full retirement sum from a special account to your retirement account. And it will continue to compound all the way until 65 years old. 3 months before your 65 years old birthday, the CPF board will write to you and say, do you wish to start your CPF Life payout? You can start it and you'll collect money from 65 all the way to the day you die. Now, you also have a chance to delay it all the way to 70 years old for higher income payout. And I'll talk more about that later. The one thing that many people fail to appreciate is that the retirement account, although it's locked up from 55 all the way to 65 or 70 years old, it compounds at 4 to 6% return. And it's a powerful return when you talk about 4 to 6% return. And this is a powerful way of compounding your retirement savings. And to some extent, your ordinary account is also compounding, but compounds at 2.5%, not exciting. So as much as possible, we should take advantage of your retirement account. There are 3 CPF Life plans to choose at 65 to 70 years old. And I'll talk more about it because this is an important part of it. There is the standard plan, escalating plan, and basic plan. And most people are a bit confused. And to be frank, I was mong cha cha about it for many years and became expert only in recent years. So, and I also want to share with everybody there is no best plan for everybody, but there is a best plan and most suitable plan for you. And this is where I would defer this discussion of what the standard plan, escalating plan, and basic plan is till the end of the video. So for myself, if I'm 55 years old this year and I put an amount called the ERS, Enhanced Retirement Sum, of $440,800 into the CPF Life, and I wait until 65 years old and I start withdrawing, I'll get $3,400 all the way till the day I die. So if I live until 85, 95 years old, every month I'll get $3,400. Now, in the case that I decided I would defer my payout until 70 years old, the income will jump from 3,004 to 4,005, which is a very significant amount. Whether you want to do that or not really depends on you. You're not forced to do that. And some people like it, some people don't. Now, someone might say, Mr. Lu, I don't have $440,000. That's fine. You can always choose to withdraw your CPF Life from $220,000, which is the FRS, full retirement sum. That will give you 1,007, not as exciting, but 1,007 is subsistence living, okay? And you will pay you also all the way till you die. And the last is what I call the basic retirement sum, 110,000, which is half of the full retirement sum. It'll give you $930,000. And to be frank, $930,000 in Singapore is not enough. So this is a very, very bare minimal for very subsistent living. So I strongly encourage everybody to at least go for this, and if possible, push yourself to the ERS, which is double of this. Now, this is where I want to start the 7 do's and don'ts for your retirement account and your CPF Life. And I think it's very important because many of these are money-making machine. So first thing that I've noticed, and I've been a financial educator for close to 11 years in Singapore, is that many people always assume that, what if I die early? I think everybody should start to think, what if you don't die early? If you die early, yeah, that's very sad. But if you die early in the sense that, your biggest regret will be maybe you haven't finished spending your money. And don't worry, your money will go to your beneficiaries and what we call the CPF nominees. But what if you live long? That is actually another set of problem. If you live long and don't die, so start thinking about that possibility as well, because many people actually think about themselves dying young, where in Singapore our life expectancy is very high, one of the highest in the world now. So we are between 83 to 86 years old, and if you are like my age, we'll live even longer, because 83 to 86 years old assumes that your longevity is one from birth, but we already live to 50 over years old, chances are we'll live to 88, 90, 95 or so. So like my dad right now is 88 years old. He's still very healthy. His brothers, many of them passed away in their 90s. My grandmother passed away in 97. And many people actually underestimated their life expectancy. And if you live long and you don't give yourself enough preparation for income, then you'll be very painful because your longevity is not protected. So I think CPF Life is built specially to cover that risk, that just in case you live long. And this is very important. So the next one I want to share everybody is the most important money-making machine is top up your SA and RA as young as possible. So many Singaporeans don't know, Singaporeans at birth will have a CPF account, and you can top up their special account and their MediSave account, by the way, all the way from birth. So the question everybody have is how much to top up, which account to top up. Well, I would suggest that if you want your children not to touch the money until retirement, then you top up to your retirement account. And if you want to let the children to have some flexibility of touching the money, at least for medical purposes, then you top up their MediSave account. But the one I want to stress is that for children, do consider topping up their account all the way to $60,000 because they make 5% interest for the first 60,000. This is the CPF rules. Now, 5% of 60,000 simply means that they will get at least $3,000 of interest every year, free from the government, by doing absolutely nothing. Now, but Mr. Lu, 60,000, how do I cough up? Well, I also couldn't cough up $60,000 for my 3 kids at one go. So there are two things I did. Every year in my bonus amount that comes, I will take out a small sum and put into that account. And after Chinese New Year, I will confiscate, right, 95% of their ang pao, give them a little bit of it to spend to make it happy, and I'll dump the rest into their CPF special account. And this goes on for some years, and right now they're all in their 20s with very big fat special account because they have top up, their special account as early as from birth. Now, the other group of people that should top up their special account is between their children time all the way to 55. So then the number to top up is 220,000, which is the full retirement sum. Because beyond that, the CPF don't allow you top up anyway. Top up as young as possible. Top up as young as possible and stop being very calculative on some of the tax savings and things like that, it will compound powerfully all the way to 55 years old. And I've seen many people right now with near $400,000 or cross $400,000 special account, and as they approach 55 years old, because they top up from their special account as young as possible. The last group of people is those at 55 and above. Please go top up your retirement account all the way to ERS if you can. You will earn 4 to 6% interest, and stop believing in this nonsense that, oh, don't worry, I will make a lot of money through investment elsewhere. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, when you're 55 years old and above, trust me, most of us will become very risk adverse because our ability to take stock market shocks and investment shocks goes down a lot. So better build a powerful retirement safety net towards that. Now, this is where I want to talk about many people who are penny wise, pound foolish. They refuse to top up their full retirement sum because every year you can top up $8,000 in your special account and save the tax on the $8,000. Well, yes, you do save some tax, okay, and I think many people underestimated the power of compound interest. Now, the amount of tax you can save, for most people, if your tax bracket is between 5 to 10%, let's say 10%, right? You can probably save about $800 when you top up $8,000. But the compound interest that grows is going to be far outweigh that. So this is where I want to encourage everybody, please ignore the income tax savings and focus on the returns on the compound interest. That's really a lot more. Now, this is something quite controversial, and I will just say this: a lot of people want to take out money as early as possible, and I can understand, but there's also a group of people who wants to work as long as they could. So this is where I encourage everybody that do consider, if your health is good, you want to work because you enjoy your work. So if you want to work to 70 years old, do consider deferring your CPF Life payout to 70 years old, because every year you delay your CPF Life payout, you get a pay rise of 7%. So if you delay from 65 to 70 years old, you get about 35% pay rise. And that's pretty powerful. So this CPF Life boost is something that favors those people who wants to work long and got a healthy life. There's also a big, powerful negativity towards CPF Life movement. And these are people who believe that, oh, Mr. Lu, CPF Life is makaning up my interest. Now, they're eating your interest in the sense that, yes, the money post 65, 70 years old, once you start CPF, will go to a pool. So yes, your capital is guaranteed, but the interest is shared everybody. So, I actually give my interest to other people. Well, that's not entirely true, because when you go into the pool, okay, depends on the plan you choose. This pool is commonly enjoyed by everybody. And of course, if you know that your life is not very good, your health is not very good, maybe you're hit with some critical illness, maybe then that's a different thing. But if you are normal, good health, and you believe that you can manage your health really well, do think that it is possible that you are, instead of letting your CPF Life interest be makan up by other people, you are probably actually, taking advantage of other people's interests. So in short, we're gonna be debating this at length tonight in a debate with an expert on CPF Life tonight. But this is a misconception that we'd like to address tonight. That's a little bit of a CPF RA hack that many people are not familiar with, that even if your CPF Life starts, you can actually top up your retirement account. So a lot of people, once they start at 65, they start withdrawing their CPF Life, and suddenly find out they got a lot of cash sitting outside, don't know what to do, and they don't dare start the stock market. Well, you can top up your retirement account and you'll go, and this move will actually increase your CPF Life payout all the way till you die. So this is something that for people who have got spare cash in their 65 onward years, and they started their CPF Life payout and don't know what to do with their spare cash, do consider this. And this is very welcome by quite a lot of senior citizens and senior CPF members. Now, this is where I would like to announce the very special guest that I'm inviting. He's none other than my financial sifu. Is Mr. So Chin Heng. And tonight we're going to talk about the ideal CPF life and everything about CPF life you might have. Let me just say this. There's no one in Singapore, okay, in the financial education space that is more knowledgeable on CPF than Mr. So Chin Heng, because he was from the CPF board and he was the ex-deputy CEO of CPF board. And when he says that if he ever says he's expert, which he humbly will not say so, but I'll call him a CPF life expert, I don't think anyone will dare to challenge his reign. But we are very glad that this humble man and this very wise man who have educated me for 20 over years as a financial mentor is going to do a guest appearance tonight. So he will answer the question on what's the ideal CPF life plans, the question on CPF interest, whether it's a pool, and things like that. And any questions that you may have on CPF and CPF Life, it's a rare appearance that we have him. And in fact, I can't even remember, is it 4 or 5 years ago that we last have him in our channel. So do join us tonight at around 10:45 p.m. and do take advantage of him. I always encourage people to juice him dry. Okay? Yeah, just suck the wisdom out of him. I've done that for 20 over years. And do join me in this CPF live stream. Okay, I'll see you tonight at around 10:45. Bye bye.